Okay, Andy. Good morning, everyone. Online students, can you hear my voice? Say yes or no to me once. Okay, Andy. So the last class I made some review on some objects and attributes. Anyway, let me repeat for 10 minutes once. Attribute is a variable in servlet programming which can be added to servlet context object, servlet request object, and HTTP session object. You can add one variable to 3 objects of servlet programming. That diagram also I drawn to you once. So if possible, if time is there, by had this diagram. This diagram by had it. By had it means uh, write 1 or 2 times without seeing object names. You should by had. The reason, if anybody speaking opposite person in your project analysis or in your interview, if he's speaking, you will understand about servlet related. So these object names you should by had. The order. What is the first object now? Servlet context. Second one, servlet config. Third one, servlet object. Next, servlet request object, or you can say HTTP servlet request object. HTTP servlet response or servlet response. Bean object, DAO object, JCF object. This is servlet. You complete it. We are going to start today cookie object followed by HTTP session object. In your JSP, How many implicit names means config, request, response, out. Yesterday, newly I written what now? Session. What is the other one now? Application. Like this, if possible, by add it. I added one A to you there. A means attribute, my intention. So it is not standard form. One trainer will use one form no, to make student to understand something. Always I'll write A, attribute. You can add attribute to HTTP session object. You can add one attribute to servlet context object. You can add attribute to servlet request object or HTTP servlet request object. Whenever the attributes available in the servlet objects, JSP can access them. So request is the implicit name to access the attribute from the request. Application is the implicit name to access attribute from servlet context. JSP can access attribute from HTTP session by using session. Okay, right. Now the remaining this week, I'm concentrating on two objects I'm going to introduce. For that, we must go for session tracking. Before that, one small assignment you practice. Because how many of you executed above program? Raise your hands for me. Above program means employee details without any errors. Complete that. Error coming means check the notes once line by line, because already code running code only, no? Nothing new thing there. Line by line, you cross check once. And like this, you must make that program to run at any cost. So parallelly, you must do one practical, no? Something you have to practice it. Everybody known thing is nothing but bookstore or product stores. If you take the market, Flipkart and Amazon is a product store. They sell products. So all types of products available there. Okay, right. So let us make one project name as assignment. Take one project name as online. If not, online bookstore, you make it. Online bookstore. You take one project at home, right? Already you know many things about this. Whatever I given, you develop that. Again, I'll give some or you have to develop. I'll give some or you must develop. At last, one form should come out. Okay, right. So the name you take it as online bookstore, you take it. Database tables at present, database tables here, you take only one table, that is book details, you take it. Book details 61. We are following one number where book code is available, book name is available, book author is available, book price is available, book quantity is available. Primary key. Primary key is B code. If already book details is there, delete all records and you try it. JDBC is there means you remove that. Okay, right. Now for this, I'll give one layout what you have to construct. One layout. Same like above program only. Same like above program here. I am taking one link dot html. I'm taking. Here I'm giving options. Add book. details, add book details, view all books, view book by code. So the three options you had it. So three options: add book details, view all books details, and view book by code. Add book details means here book.html. Book.html means here we are going to read book code, book name, all your book details. Here link.html, we are going to enter here book code dot html. We are going to read one book code here. We are going to read it. One book code. Here add book details. Add book details. Here view book details. View book details. So here directly URL pattern only view. One URL pattern view. So here one servlet will come. Add book details servlet. Here you had one more servlet here. View all books servlet. View all books servlet. Here one more servlet will come. So this is one more servlet. View book details by code. View by code servlet. All of you understood up to here? Say or no to me. How many options are there now? Three options. For add book details, bean will come, DAO will come. View all books details, same. Beans, DAO, and JCF. View by code. Anyway, bean will come. Only one code, no? Multiple means JCF, if not a single. Background DB connection, DB info, and so on. Right. All of you can do this, say sir no to me. Right. So you have to control it because one biggest up to now you written single programs now. So at last I must learn how to write multiple codes together. Then only you can go for next levels anyway. So try this anyway. I'll add this roughly to educate the three options available. I drawn up to here roughly. I'll add this layout in the book to you. So material here, nothing but notes. You try this. Online bookstore. This is the first phase of development that should be happen today and tomorrow. You should complete it. Okay, right. Now, can I go forward now? Right. This diagram you'll copy from your notes, no? Anyway, right. Okay. Now, star mark IMP. Go forward. Session management. Session management. define session first. The time interval between the time interval between right. I've seen the notice board, some results came to you. The sun owner, louder. You watched everywhere. Actually, few months back, this kind of pattern available for us. Nowadays, because of market slowdown or this one, management stopped that process generally. But again, we are expecting the placements are going to happen because how many days they'll remove? One day, one day they have to recruit it. No. So that slack things is who are not up to the mark according to company, they came out. It's correct point only. If you nowhere, if you're not working, if you're not updated, managements will not keep that engineer. That is correct point only actually. So the management started this placement drive. So for you two batches available, 100% placement assistance program batch. This is normal batch. There, that is different approach. Student has to give their attendances daily. They have to sit for 8 hours per day. And like this, some points available there. Sir, I am also coming to same institute only, no, sir. Same faculty, same subject. For me, also some placement assistance needed. Then that examination point. When you are not coming for 8 hours per day, when you are not giving attendances, we don't know your capability, subject capability, we don't know. In that process, how to detect one student is having a subject. That the manage brought a concept known as examination concept, filtering the student based on some examination. That is core Java syllabus, advanced Java syllabus, Oracle, HTML, something. What are needed for your application development, they brought it. Then they conducted one examination. Student who paid a fee for our rooms. This is not 100% placement assistance batch. The student can come. If he is interested, he will come. If he interested, he will work. If he interested by personally, he can do the work and he can come and ask us something. The student by interest, the traveling will be going on. No force here. Why you not came yesterday? I'll send a message to your man. That kind of work not there with us. So at last, they'll conduct one examination to you. The student who are up to the mark of means up to the requirement status of your market, if you clear the test without taking a single piece from you, they're going to place you. They're going to give a 100% placement assistance for you when you clear the examination, right? When you clear the now examination has been clear, no, some people results came. Placement cell is there for Naresh IT, placement separate sector is there. Some team is there. That people will call that students. They'll conduct one orientation, they'll have a personal counseling with the student. Means their academics, certifications, something, they will ask questions. And after that, they'll filter it and they'll form one batch from there. That batch will run up to 4 weeks. They'll run freely without charging them. Means remaining, they will train communications, resume preparations, HRs, mocks. They'll train and they will place it. So without any price, right? Already you are paying some amount to us. You are sitting in our rooms almost for many months, but you are not part of that program. I also want placement. I am also working hard. No, sir. Means the management brought this concept. First examination over like this. Every 2 months, examination will come from today. Every 2 months. If you are not clear with first test, you can be ready with the second test. Alfie got this point right. but you have to complete HTML, CSS, JavaScript minimum, Oracle, core, advanced. This advanced Java also, the limited forms only we give because we send a student for your springs very fastly. So I'll be participating in that. Don't worry. My questions will come. Don't worry. Uh, so we see that the topics and we'll rotate from it and give it. Like this, who missed it test one, be prepared for the second test. Completed like this every 2 months for you, one examination and placement assistance is there for you. Student have not recruited outside, you can take the opportunity in that form. Means clear the examination. When you clear the examination, placement people will call you. Then you can say your problem to them. This is my problem. This is my problem. Now you say to somebody also, they will not listen to you. When you clear the examination means what? You are technically strong, I am. So reminding you support me, communication not available with me. Please train communication, resume preparation. Say where opportunity is there, I'll go there. Like this, they will make you to place somewhere. All of you got this point? So utilize and pass this information to your friends. Every 2 months, they'll conduct one examination for all batches, all streams, all batches of Naresh IT. So if you clear the test, 100% placement people will call you and they will give a suggestions or they'll collect information from you. You are from which degree, whether understand. We never ask that question to we never ask your name also first. But that people will ask your names, where you came from, what is your degree, what is your percentage, any problem is there in your journey. So this is my problems means they'll suggest it. They they put that all things and they'll send for the placements. Okay, right. So beyond that, any problem is there, you can speak to us also. We also will give a suggestions to you. Right. Okay. All of you got it, utilize it. Next test, be prepared. Who are not cleared. If you're clear, go forward. You'll get a call anyway. Somebody will call it, go forward and speak to them. If it is clear, you can walk forward and go. Right. Session. Sir, what is session means? The time interval between user login, user login to user logout. The time interval between user login to user logout is known as session. User login to user logout is known as a session. Suppose you take myself roughly. Management given time is 9:30 to 11. That's my slot. Time advanced hour slot is 9:30 to 11. But I never start 9:30 sharp. I never start. So my login time will be around 9:40 above, 9:45, 9:46, 9:43 roughly. So based on my availability, I'll start 9:40 to 9:46 between. I'll try to start. Means my session login is 9:40 above. That's called session. Understood or not? The batch may run 1 hour 10 minutes, 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes like this. The batch will run. So the session count is 1 hour 15 minutes to 1 hour 20 minutes, the session count. But the slot given is 1.5 hour slot they given to me. I'll try to run 1 hour 20 minutes. I'm planning to run. So that's my session. Session means what? User login to user logout. The time we call it as a session. All of you understood this, right? For every application, user will be there. In real-time scenario, for every application, one user will be there. If you take Flipkart also, normally you can open. Normally you can log in and open. Two options available or not now. Even for Amazon, if you install in your mobile app, example, so they'll ask your phone number or some login credentials. They'll ask. That login and logout concept is known as a session. The time interval between user login to user logout is known as a session. Already you executed the program of employee details already. I am adding, sir. I am viewing, sir. So it is running. But who is adding? Who is viewing? Example, now Manoj came. He is admin. Who is the in charge of this building? He is admin. Suppose he is the admin of Naresh IT. He is one of the admin. Many people will be there. Among that, he is one. He will have a permissions. Management will give one username password to you. You can see the employees. He will say he will enter username password and he can see view all employees. He can see. Suppose one employee came to this building, one anybody supporter came for him, he can add it. Means admins will add it. Admins will see it. But in your project above, admin not there, no sir. Normally adding, normally doing. So somewhere I have to make that application one defined form or not now. Whenever I want to keep one defined form for it, I must introduce a session management. So the time interval between user login to user logout is known as a session. Sir, what is this session management? Make it define session management. Session management. Right. Whenever, sorry, when this people want to track you, your narration people want to track you, what they will do? They'll create one ID card and they'll give it. Yes or no? Na? So whenever you took a admission, they'll ask you to take one ID card. In that ID card, small information will be there. Your photograph, maybe course applied, your name and phone number, I think, or some other things. Small information, they'll keep it. They'll give one ID card to you. So whenever they want to track you, somebody will stop and ask you to show the ID card. The meaning they are organizing one student under the login to logout. The meaning course started, course ended. One day the course has been completed means your ID card will become invalidated. So what is management? The process of tracking the user. The process of tracking the user from user login to user logout is known as session management. Means the session is under our control and who is using that session, the user, whether he has been logged in or logged out of, we can track it. The tracking process, we call it as session management. Make it the process of tracking the user in session. Session means login to logout only. User means who is using. User means who is using. Example, if we take employee management, if we take it, admin will add it. Admin will delete it. Example. Admin will see it. Even employee, I am also one of the employee only. No, for me also one employee ID will be there. I can enter the employee ID and I can see my details. So I am also user. He is also user. User means who is using. The user types will be admin and normal customer will be there normally. So the process of tracking the user in session is known as session management. The process of tracking the user, underline, tracking the user. The process of tracking the user in session, tracking the user in session is known as session management. Sir, whenever I want to track the user, I need session tracking techniques. No, I need some technique to track him, right? So, servlet programming will provide some tracking techniques. Make it. The following are some important session tracking techniques. Session tracking techniques used in servlet programming. Used in servlet programming. The following are some important session tracking techniques used in servlet programming. Among that, one is cookie. One is HTTP session. URL rewriting. URL rewriting. Hidden form fields, hidden form fields, cookie, HTTP session, URL rewriting, hidden form fields. So these are the 4 techniques available in servlet programming. We must track the user in session, is known as session management. To track that user, what we are going to do means some techniques are available provided from your servlet programming. What are the techniques now? One is cookie. Already you know the cookie in the real time also. When you open any website, one cookie will come to your browser. If you accept it for better performance, automatically next time whenever you open the same website, without taking your credentials, it will make your login in the background. It's called cookie session track. So many websites will use it. The cookie session track belongs to Java only. Now, cookie, HTTP session, URL rewriting, hidden form fields, right? Make a siding cookie. Normal cookie definition. The piece of information, the piece of information available, the piece of information available in multiple, multiple client requests. Underline piece of information. The piece of information available in multiple client requests is known as cookie. Normal definition cookie. Cookie means one small piece of information. We call it as a cookie. Now, cookie is created by server program but stored in web browser to track the user. Means actually the cookies will come from the server only. When the server program will create one cookie and it will send it. The cookies will come to your client location, they will come and they will sit in your web browser without your knowledge. They'll be copied into your web browser to track the user. Make it. The cookie is generated by server program. Generated by server program, but stored in web browser. Stored in web browser. The cookie is generated by server program, but stored in web browser to track the user. To track the user. Your user means client only. Track the user. After seeing the first program diagram, clarity will come. How the cookie is sitting there and how the cookie is tracking. Now these cookies are categorized into 2 types. Cookies. Cookies are categorized into 2 types. Persistent cookie, non-persistent cookie. Non-persistent cookie. Persistent cookie and non-persistent cookie. Right. Look here. Suppose if we take this Gmail account, if we take it, If I take a Gmail, always I'll show here written in Java. You can see major server coding done in Java. If you click on this Gmail, my auto login will happen. It uses cookie session track only. Suppose if I log out, if I sign out, whenever I sign out, whatever the cookie information available in the web browser destroyed, invalidated. Suppose next time, whenever I open it, I'll go with the Gmail. It will ask my username and password. Because I logged out, no? Means what? The cookie destroyed from the web browser. Suppose I entered my password. I entered my password. Now the request is going to server. Server will create one cookie. It will come and store into my web browser. To come and store into web browser. To come and stored already. Some websites only they will ask it. So whenever I close this browser, I close the browser, I shut down my system, but cookie will not go. Cookie is there only. That only. Persistent cookie. Persistent means stored and available. The cookie stored in the web browser and available until you log out. That's called persistent cookie. Your Paytm, your what is that? Highest UPI today, Phone Pay. They are permanently logged in or not now? Yes or no? Na? Cookie. Your mobile phone apps are cookie permanently. They are your mobile phones only, no? They're permanently tracking you from there. Okay, right. Facebook is, no, Facebook. Problems are with Facebook. Don't keep logged in your mobile phones. Whenever you use Facebook, you log out. If you logged in, tracking is happening. Facebook's especially. Main complaints will be on Facebook, whether you know or not, I don't know, but I'm giving a hint to you. If you use a mobile phone Facebook, you must log out. Because if you log in, it will track you. Not only know your profile will be duplicated. Facebook, many profiles will be duplicated. First complaint in Facebook all will be there. Many profiles will be in your profile, somebody will be using. So Facebook will be tracking this mobile problem that only know. So some securities are there, roughly. They're all cookies only, indirectly. Now, see there. Again, I am opening. Again, I am opening. Whenever I open now, Gmail, here, same system, same machine. Yes or no? It will take all my information, it keeps. This person belongs to this system, the system number will be there. It will all take it, it takes the cookie. Now, whenever I say Gmail, the cookie will go to server. He is my user only, give login. Don't ask him the username, password, because he is coming from the same system. You change the system, it will ask no. Can you send the code to your mobile number? It will say. Have you observed or not now, right? So that cookie is tracking you. All of you understood persistent cookie. If I log out, it will be cookie session tracking only Gmail. Right. Okay. Now, persistent cookie, the cookie which is stored and available in web browser until we log out, is known as persistent cookie. If you close the web browser, if you shut down the system also, the cookie will not go. It is available in the web browser. Make it persistent cookie. The cookies which are stored and available in web browser until we log out. Until we log out. The cookies which are stored and available in web browser until we log out are known as persistent cookies. Persistent cookies. The cookies which are stored and available in web browser until we log out are known as persistent cookies. Non-persistent means banking domains. The best website for Java under banking is Bank of Baroda. I'll show always. This one is the best website for your Java, means enterprise application. So here also internally, if I make a login, one small cookie will be created and that will track me. Whenever I close the web browser here, automatically cookie destroys. Why? Means banking website securities will be there. So that cookie which is destroyed automatically when web browser is closed is known as what now? Non-persistent cookie. The cookies which are destroyed automatically when browser is closed are known as non-persistent cookies. Wherever you want to keep a security, we go with non-persistent cookies. Make it. The cookies which are destroyed automatically, the cookies which are destroyed automatically web browser when web browser is closed. The cookies which are destroyed automatically when web browser is closed are known as non-persistent cookies. Non-persistent cookies. The cookies which are stored and available in web browser until we log out, known as persistent, automatically destroyed when the web browser is closed. That is non-persistent. For banking websites, we use non-persistent. In normal things, of course, Gmail is a special case. It's different. But persistent cookies means normal applications. What we have persistent. All of understood cookie definition? Piece of information is cookie. Two types for you, persistent and non-persistent. Who creates cookie? Server program. Where cookie is stored? Web browser to track the user. You'll get a clarity through program. Now, sir, I want to construct this cookie session tracking technique. I want to construct. For that, note. We use Jakarta dot servlet dot http dot cookie class. We use Jakarta dot servlet dot http dot cookie class to construct cookie session tracking technique. Session tracking process, if not cookie session tracking process. We use Jakarta dot servlet dot http dot cookie class to construct cookie session tracking process. This cookie class is coming with some methods. The following are some important methods of cookie class. Cookie class. The following are some important methods of cookie class. Right. Whenever I want to see the library, so manually I'm going to your Java 8, I'm going. I'm changing my command prompt to 8. I'm changing to see the library on your command prompt. Temporary path I'm setting Java P Jakarta dot servlet dot http dot cookie. Cookie is a class. Can you see this class here? Cookie is a class having some methods. All methods not needed. Some methods we should remember among that. One is constructor is there. Set max age. Get max age. Get name. Set value. Get value. Set attribute. Get attribute. Here attribute is a session. This one. Like this. Right. So these are the methods. One constructor here. One constructor is there. This is one constructor. And these are the methods. Attribute also string only, not object. Attribute. Get attribute. Get attributes. These three methods are newly added methods from your Jakarta library, means from new version, Tomcat 10 above. You can see that methods. Set max age. No need to write complete signature. Just names you write. Set max age. Get max age. Set value. Get value. Get name. Set attribute. Get attribute. And get attributes. Remove attribute not there. Because I not given the notes attribute available in the cookie I not given. But the review I'll write. Last review I'll write. It's a newly added thing. So many people don't know anyway. It's a newly added thing. That review I'll write. Whenever concluding cookie, I'll make a statement. You can add attribute also. Hierarchy of cookie. Hierarchy of cookie. Hierarchy means how it is available. Everybody should by heart that methods because I'm giving a time to you. At least you must be in position to speak few methods. They'll say this attribute review in the last will get it. Okay, right. Hierarchy is like this. If you see the library here, sir, cookie class is implements from clonable and serializable. That point you should know. The class is implemented from two interfaces. One is clonable. Clonable. One interface. This clonable interface will come from lang, java.lang. Serializable, one interface. Serializable, one interface. This serializable interface will come from IO, java.io. These two are implemented to one class. So cookie. Cookie is a class. This cookie class is coming from library jakarta.servlet.http. So this is implemented here. And this is implemented here. Write and keep it. This is one multiple inheritance program. Class implementing from two. Now, in core Java, how many types of interfaces are there? Three types you can say. Interface without any members, known as marker interfaces. These two are marker because they are empty. They do not have any members. Java dot lang dot clonable 0. Java dot lang dot what is missing? Clonable. Java dot io dot serializable. They are empty, but they are supervisors. So clonable will support cloning process, which means creating duplicate copy of an object. Serializable will support serialization, which means converting object into stream. These two processes will come in the last of your core Java. If anybody not completed, they'll get in the last, right? The statements I'm recording. 3 interfaces in core Java. The interface without any members is known as marker interface or tagging interface. You can say the interface declared with only one abstract method, any number of concrete methods known as what now? Functional interface. The interface declared with more number of abstract methods known as normal interface, what we are going to use. Like this, 3 types of interfaces available. These 2 interfaces comes under marker. So after this hierarchy, down you write one statement. Java dot lang dot clonable will support cloning process, will support cloning process, which means creating the duplicate copy of an object is known as cloning. Java dot io dot serializable will support serialization process, serialization process, which means converting object into stream. Stream means 0 and 1. Right. So let us start one program now based on this cookie. Let us start something. Right. So some example we are going to take. Take the project name as user app, you take it. So user related operations indirectly. User app. The project name is user app. Right. So what I'm going to do in this user app means some programs I'm going to write. Sir, user app. In core Java book, I'll draw this for you in multi-threading. Register. User registration process. After registration has been completed, user can log in. After login, what user can do means some other operations according to project he can do. But here, user related operations means User can see his profile whenever he want. You can see profile, view profile in your Facebook also. Whenever you want to see your profile, you'll see. So user related some actions. I can see my profile. So whenever I want, I can edit my profile. If I want to change something, the permission must be there for me. Edit profile. At last, if I want, I must log out. Right. Draw like this and keep it all of you, because you must know what you're going to do. Log out. Under that name, you keep it as this diagram, you keep it. So these are the operations we are going to do with the user app. User app is one application for today. So that is a work you are going to do. So here program not important. The logic, how I am writing, you have to catch it. The logic I'll write, live code I'll write. So you must catch from me how I am writing. You should learn. Now, for this, I want one database table. No, anyway. So I'll take one a database table here. And if it drawn it, what we are going to do. Okay, right. User registration process, user login process, user view profile process, user edit profile process, user logout. Common actions for all applications. If you take Facebook, user should register, user should log in. Whenever you want, you can see your profile. Whenever you want, you can edit profile. You can log out. This is minimum operations. Beyond that, you can put one post. You can see one post. That is the remaining actions you can do, right? But user related minimum actions are this one. Okay, right. Now for this application, one database table needed. I'll take user reg 61. I'll take user name. I'll take password. I'll take first name. I'll take last name. I take address. I'll take mail ID. I'll take and phone number. I'll take username and password. Generally, usernames will be the primary key. Generally, username, if you take already existing, it will come or not now, suppose. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Create a table. Table name is user reg 61. Username varchar2 of some 15. Password is varchar2 of 15. First name is varchar2 of 15. Last name is varchar2 of 15. And address varchar2 of 15. Mail ID varchar2 of 25. And phone number varchar2 of 15. Primary key of uname. Create a table. Table name user reg61. Username, password, first name, last name, address, mail ID, phone number. Phone number is not varchar. I forget it. Phone number is number, no. So it's number. I took 15 minutes, biggest number, more than 10 digits with the country code. So whether this table is available or not, let me cross check and create one table. So table created. So commit. Table is ready anyway. In this table, we have to do the operations. Okay, right. Now, some codes will be reused. DB connection, DB info, such things you have to reuse it. Okay, right. Now see. In the process of constructing application, here one layout we are going to draw. How many of you are having a class by 11 o'clock? Raise your hands. Which batch? 11 o'clock. Varakila, HTML. Spring is there. 11 o'clock spring. 11 o'clock spring is there. Okay. 11 o'clock spring by whom? Natras sir. Okay. Old batch, I think, right? Okay. Now look here. I'm creating a project here. Click on file, new, dynamic web project. User app, but I'm taking the name as application, some servlet 5. I'll take user app. You take user app directly. You take it. Click on finish. Sir, one is servlet jar. Right click on this application, build path, configure build path, library, class path, add external jar, servlet API, open, apply, apply and close. Whenever you want to interact with the database product, DB jar from SRC main web app, WebInf, LIB here. Here DB jar is there, copy, copy and paste into our application. And paste. Cross check it is available or not. Under Java resources here, SRC, new and package, test, you take it. Y means database connection code. I can copy paste. Here one DB connection, DB info. Both you can copy and paste. The two classes are pasted here. DB connection and DB info. Sir, these are two DB info dot Java reused, DB connection dot Java reused. In your layout, whenever we want to do insert operation, the data will go to one bean object. Like your insert employees is there, no? The same way, one bean will be there here. User bean dot Java, one class. So construct one class. Right click on test, new, one bean class. We are calling it as user bean. What is the rules of bean class here now? What are the rules of bean class? So the class must be implements from serializable. Here also serializable means making the object as serializable. Review will come. You have to wait. Okay, right. Import java.io. Take all variables are private. So private string, username, password, first name, last name, address, mail ID, and phone number. Private long PH number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take one zero argument constructor. Zero argument constructor followed by setters and getters. Source, generate, getter, and setter. Select all and generate. Now close this warning here. So bean is ready. The bean is ready here. Once the bean is ready here, in the layout here, in this layout, here login dot html will come where action is equal to log. Here we are taking one username, one password. We are going to read one username and password. We are having a class by 11 o'clock just for today. 10-15 minutes I'll take extra. Okay, right. So login. But I am not a old user, no sir. I am a new user. So here one anchor tag I'll give as new user. I'll give it. Means click on new user for registration. So I am a new user, no sir. I'll click on it. Here I'll take the details. So user.html because the user details should come now here. Here I'm going to read username. I'm going to read nit.v. Password I'm going to read mjdu672. First name I'm going to read some Venkat. I will read it. And last name I'm going to read. And address I'm going to read. Mail ID I'm going to read. And phone number I'm going to read. So this is register. Register. Here action is equal to reg. I'll construct two HTML files. I'll construct. Okay, right. One is login.html. One is user.html. If not, register.html, anything. I took user.html something. Okay, right. So right click on web app, new. Here one HTML. Here login dot html. Login dot html. So form tag anyway. So one form tag. Action is equal to log. Method is equal to post. I am taking one username here. I said no. First you must write plain code. If it is working, then you must add a table tags or division tags, whatever you want. You must not add first only. First you must run normally. If it is running, then you must add and come. So input type is equal to text. Name is equal to name. I'll take it. So password. So input type is equal to, here password field is there now for you, right? So name is equal to p word. Name is equal to p word. P word. I had it. Now here input type is equal to submit. Value. Value is equal to login. Here one anchor tag, that is new user, one anchor tag, where here href is equal to user.html. All of understood this code anyway, right? Now I'm going with user.html. I'll go user.html. Right click on web app, new, one HTML, user.html, user.html. In this user.html, we had a form tag here. Form tag. Action is equal to reg. Method is equal to post. So anyway, username, input type is equal to text. Name is equal to name, some br. Password, first name, last name, address, mail ID, phone number. This is the password. Input type is equal to password. Here P word. Sir, this is first name. First name. This is F name. This is last name. Sir, this is address. Address. This is ADDR. Mail ID. This is MID. Sir, phone number. This is PH number. Now, input type is equal to register. Sorry, input type is equal to submit. Value is equal to register. Register. Right. All of you understood this? Right. Username, password, first name, last name, address, mail ID. Based on REG, one register servlet will be there. Why I'm typing means late also, as if like add employees only. Same. So based on URL pattern REG, here register SERVLET, where details are available in the request object. Yes or no na request. Where username is equal to nit.v dot. All details are available here because data will come here. What is the rules now, sir? Load this to one bean object. Just now I created one bean class, no? The bean object. Sir, this is one user bean object. User bean object. Where data are loaded here. Username is equal to nit.v dot. We are loading this data to here. After loading the data here now, sir, here one DAO, one DAO object. So this one is registered DAO. Registered, doing registration object now. Registered DAO object. Here the int register one method taking user pin UB as if like add employee details DAO. See, we are passing this details as a parameter. Similar code now I am finish offing it. 0x34. I'm passing. Now it will do registration and send one K value here. It will send one K value here. One K value will come. If K value is greater than 0, it will send one response in the form of JSP. So JSP will give the response. This one, register dot JSP. Here one message will come. User registered successfully. Registered successfully, followed by this login.html will come because the registration over no. Right. So again, this login form will come here. This login form will come. This is the output. Can I write the three programs now? One is DAO, one is Servlet, one is JSP. Okay, right. Until this answer comes, I will not leave you today. Right. Because I asked how many have a class. I don't have a class. I am in rest only up to evening. Right. Anyway. I'll type this DAO. I'll type this servlet because already you know the pattern. You will understand. I'll type 15 minutes. I'll type. And this one. First, I'll type DAO. Okay, right. Like add employee details. If you know one program, remaining all similar will be there. That's the advantage of your servlet because we never keep the student here. Bore will come. If I type this project, all 90% same will be there. Immediately after typing two applications, we stop the course and we send for next levels because that only will be repeating daily. So register DAO anyway here. Register DAO dot Java. Right. Yesterday, somebody asked me a question evening about this explanation. So I'll do this explanation, why I written static and so on. I'll do it. That con somebody asked me, right? I'll explain that to you. Now register DAO. Click on test, new one class, register DAO. I am taking. Sir, import Java dot SQL. So here public int k is equal to 0, public int register user bin ub return return k. Here try and catch. Exception e not print stack trace. Here connection con is equal to db connection dot get con. You will understand this because yesterday I made a review diagram, no, saying that we are reusing the connection. So once you yesterday I given small review, you'll understand. Okay, we are reusing the connection. We are not creating the connection. Sir, prepared statement PS is equal to con dot prepare statement. We are doing one insert operation here. Insert into user reg61 values. How many values you are inserting now? 7 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more is 7. We have to set the data. Data is in the bean object anyway. So ps dot set string parameter index 1 user bean dot get user name. So ps dot set string parameter index 2 user bean dot get password. ps dot set string parameter index 3. This is 2, this is 3. Here user bean dot get first name. ps dot set string parameter index 4. Here user bean dot get last name. ps dot set string parameter index 5. This is user bin ub dot what is the last? Get address, I think. Get address. Now ps dot set string parameter index 6. This is ub dot get mail id. Now ps dot set long, this one set long parameter index 7 ub dot ub dot get phone number. That numbers you have to check always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, name, password, and so on. Okay, right. Now here k is equal to ps dot execute update. So k will get one value, that is 1 now. Return that 1. The returned value will come to servlet. So register servlet dot java. So now I am typing register servlet dot java. Right click on test, new one class. I am taking register servlet register servlet. So import java.io, import Jakarta dot servlet, import Jakarta dot servlet dot http, import Jakarta dot servlet dot annotation at the rate of web servlet of double quotes slash reg. Now extends from HTTP servlet. protected void do post, because post request only coming form tag. So HTTP servlet request REQ, HTTP servlet response RES throws SERVLET servlet exception and IO exception. Here, create bean object and load the data. That only know what servlet has to do. Sir, load the data to bean. Means what? Create bean object and load the data. So user bean object you have to create. User bean UB is equal to new user bean. Load the data. UBean dot set user name. Take from REQ dot get parameter of uname. I'm writing directly. You can understand this, no? Says or no to me. User bean dot set name. Take from request and load it. Directly I'm writing. So UBean dot set password REQ dot get parameter of P word. P word. Now UBean dot set first name REQ dot get parameter of F name. UB dot set last name REQ dot get parameter of last name. Yesterday's program I written individually, means I loaded to variable, I passed to make you to understand. Now you know, no, I am writing combinedly, decreasing the number of lines. UB dot set address REQ dot get parameter of ADDR. UB dot set mail ID REQ dot get parameter of mail ID. Now UB dot set phone number. Phone number is long. Long dot parse long REQ dot get parameter of TH number. Now the data is loaded to bin. Now create object for DAO. Create object for DAO. Right. Create object for DAO. Whenever you want to create object for DAO, this one. In the above program, I created object separately. Now I'll combine it. New register DAO like this. New register DAO. New register DAO means object, that is. Yes or no? Na? That object dot register passing UB. I'm writing commandly. New register DAO is an object. That object dot register. Now return type of this register is int. Int k. That's a point. If it is k value, if k greater than 0, then request dispatcher REQ dot get request dispatcher. Here register dot JSP. REQ dot get request dispatcher is a object dot forward REQ RES. I am writing in a single line. Yes or no? Na? Right. This is one object dot forward directly. So register dot JSP. I am forwarding. Then the control will come to register dot JSP. These annotations are not mandatory, but I'm keeping them. Okay, right. So finally, we are coming to register.jsp. Register.jsp. So under web app, new JSP, register register.jsp. Register.jsp. Here, one scriptlet and the output. Register.jsp is coming means output only. Out dot println user registered successfully. Successfully. Then include that login.html anyway. Here include at the rate of include file is equal to login.html. All of you understood this? JSP I'm maintaining very less code. Okay, right. Now this is your JSP. After JSP, last one, web.xml. Web.xml. So under web app, WebINF, under WebINF, new other XML. WebINF, new other XML, web.xml. Click on finish. Web app. So welcome file list. Welcome file. Welcome file here. Login.html. So home page is login.html. Welcome file list, welcome file web app. So here login.html, through login.html, user.html, through user.html, we had a username, password, first name, last name, address, mail ID. So let me run it. Run as, run on server, click on finish. Not this one. New user, no. NIT.v MZU672. Some Venkatesh I'll take. M I'll take. SR Nagar. Mail ID. Phone number 9898. Register. As if like add employee because I finish after today. So tomorrow, new thing is from login, how the cookie session track will start. That I want write separately. When the login successful only cookie will start. So I want to keep that code by tomorrow. Today forcefully I written. Okay, right. You are scolding me or what? If you are scolding also from tomorrow, the class will run up to 11:15. Mentally prepare and come. Okay, right. Tomorrow onwards, the class will run up to 11:15 to 11:25. The class will run. Anybody, nobody is having class no anyway. Because I asked that question. Any 3, 4 numbers are there? You scold me for 4 days, no problem. But you have to bear here up to 11:30. Anyway, the class will start by 11:20. All trainers will start by 11:15, 11:20. Immediately going only concept will not be there. No, you can go a bit late by 4 days also. Right. Take a break. Thank you very much for today. Within 10 minutes, I'll add the notes. Do the assignment, do this program, and come both. Take a break. Press warning annotation. What is suppress warning annotation? Suppress closing the warning.